Hi YouTube, it's Kathy and welcome back to Ask an Introvert, the weekly internet series where you ask an introvert and an introvert answers. This week's question comes from a longtime viewer, which is, I am often overwhelmed by grocery shopping. Any tips? I do have a few tips for this. Obviously, grocery shopping is something that we all have to do because we all eat. So I do have a few tips that make me a little bit... Oh, sorry, this is work. Hello?
Hi, Kathy. Can you come to work today?
Don't tell them you're making a video. Don't tell them you're making a video.
I am supposed to do all of my weekly chores today.
Yeah, we just really need somebody to come in. Can you please?
Yeah, sure. I'll see you at 2.
Great.
Okay, bye. Looks like we're going to have to multitask this video, so you can come grocery shopping with me. We're into the time of year where my heater is just going to make noises in videos again. Yay. Usually my shopping trips aren't that stressful, but it's really hard to secretly film in an establishment like a grocery store, so I was a little bit stressed out. But on to the tips. Find a store that you actually enjoy, or at least one that's close to you and it's the one that you're going to go to often. The reason for this is you'll learn to know where everything is and you won't spend all of your time wondering where things are and then kind of getting anxiety over just wandering around the same aisle 3 times. I'm one of those people that will walk up and down every single aisle even if I don't need things from that aisle, just so I can kind of figure out where everything is. And sometimes I find things that I didn't realize I needed. It is perfectly acceptable to have your headphones in and be listening to music or a podcast or a book while you're shopping. Everybody else is focused on what they're doing, so you can focus on what you want to do as well. I have mixed feelings on self-checkouts. When they first came out, I was living in Europe, and I hated them because invariably there was something that a human would have to come over and make sure that, yes, I could buy that alcohol. Or if you have something that's marked down, they have to come over. If the machine just decides to hate you, they have to come over. But I tend to use them more often than not because I am still listening to something that I'm really interested in, and I don't want to be that jerk that still has headphones in their ear when they go through checkout. Don't be that jerk. Please take out your headphones when you go through a checkout. I always do. I take them out and tuck them into my shirt so I can put them right back in after I've interacted with the nice human that is taking my money for goods and or services. Making a list ahead of time. This works for some people, doesn't work for other people, but if you are the type of person that likes that level of organization, definitely do it. It doesn't mean you can't deviate from the list later. Pick a slower time of day to go. For example, I will not go grocery shopping on the weekend. Nope, can't do it, won't do it. Seems like a silly thing to do. But if it's first thing in the morning on a Monday, it's actually not that busy in the grocery store. So figure out where in your schedule works for a slower time at the grocery store. I think it's just important to realize that everyone there is doing their own thing, focusing on their own tasks, and as long as you're not blocking the aisles, you're probably not going to have to interact with a single human while you're there, except for maybe whoever checks you out. I meant like, beep, beep, not like, hello, because that's a whole different video. If you would like to ask an introvert, that would be wonderful. You can do so by leaving a comment down below or by sending me a tweet. On the way down in the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice for you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you next Monday for another Ask an Introvert. Bye! Now my phone is telling me about Cyber Monday sales. I live in Canada, this isn't a thing! And the heat's back on again. You just turned off.